All right, we're in here.
Speed gamers.
So, I'm gonna open up the stream so I can read the chat. That is the most important thing to do in this situation. So, we've got ourselves an interesting match here today, I'd say.
I would say so. We have Exception and Ednolium, and instead of a all bosses NMG race, this is going to be an all bosses glitchless race. Both runners agreed to run completely glitchless.
I mean, technically, if you think about it, that still meets the NMG criteria.
It does in fact do so.
But that means we're going to be seeing some more focus on movement, a little bit different Artaria.
And one of the coolest tricks in the game, glitchless early ice.
I'm personally a huge fan of that one.
Me too.
And it's also an important personality test. You see jump morphers, ledge morphers, morph jumpers. You know how it is.
Oh yeah.
All right, it looks like we're about to get into it here. I don't see the timer starting yet, but I see us switching to our main layout. And P. Diddy, by the way, Z57 SKU, absolutely glitchless, for sure. All you do is you charge a charge shot, and that's it. That's not a glitch. I mean,
Hey, look. All I'm saying is Samus faces the screen whenever you save the game. So how can it be a glitch?
Absolutely true. Without question. And I believe these two runners have PBs that are actually very, very close to each other in ABG. I think they're about 30 seconds apart or something like that. So it's truly anyone's race.
This is true. And it looks like the timer has started on our end, in the race time at least. So make sure that the stream is picking
There
up.
it is.
Yep, there we go. So without further ado, I'm Arkanox.
And I'm Hobbit.
And we're going to commentate on a very exciting race.
It could even be exceptional.
It could be.
Could even be Ednolium. Wait
a minute. Wait, you might be onto something there.
Just let me cook. It'll be fine. So now we're here. We're getting ready to see everyone's favorite trick, quick rises. And also the most important arbitrary test of movement in Metroid Dread. Will you kill the Clada? Because I have seen runners die to that first Clada in Dread mode before. And we're 2 for 2. But I imagine we're going to be pretty well synced up. There's not really anything too crazy in glitchless Artaria in the outset.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. There's a couple of movement optimizations you can do in NMG with Elaine that you can't do in glitchless, but it's very minor, almost inconsequential, I'd say.
Yeah, you can't do the cool little pseudo wave, but that's okay because you don't really need to. Ed bouncing up and down on the ceiling a little bit and getting tagged by the bat. Truly unfortunate. And does he hit the shot?
If both runners take the extra missiles, or if they Exception opts to skip the missiles. It looked like Ed tried to skip them and maybe just unmorphed, or unspun a little bit too early there.
Yeah, I think he was trying to jump over that. You get to Corpius a little bit later in ABG, so you don't really need.
Yeah, there's opportunities for an extra missile 2 pack, especially if we see either of these runners attempting to do cloakless water slope skip. Not sure if we're gonna see that or not.
Honestly, I hope they at least go for it. I kind of expect Ed to go for it at least a couple times because he's Mr. Hard Trick.
Yeah, that
true. Is certainly his brand. He wants to do the hard stuff. He wants to be stylish. He wants to be cool, and he wants to be the number one guy at school.
You might say. The GOAT. He wants to be the GOAT.
Perhaps. So we're just gonna see him fall down.
Gets the Coyote skip, water skip, as does Ed.
Very nice,
Pretty
very
typical
nice.
glitchless movement,
And those are some snappy quick rises from
I
exception.
must say.
So, an interesting thing that I think we're about to see Ed go for is set up
Magus
yep,
parry.
Magus. Oh, I guess he decided not to. Maybe he's just being a little silly
I
little
think
guy.
he's just showing off a little bit, you know?
I guess this is an on-rail segment if you don't do that. Oh, he's making his way downtown, walking fast.
Do.
But that happens when you turbo jump and shoot at the same time. Or just mash it. It works either way.
Uploading data.
It is a great animation, Annie.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. There's a reason why there's a emote for it in the Discord. Very good reason.
Exception shooting a little bit too early and getting the unspin drop down, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah, kind of getting a little bit of NA aim if you catch my drift, you know, missing the blob. Now, one big factor here for glitchless is that the Emmy is going to be spawned in the Emmy zone.
It does make it a little more challenging, especially when we get to water platform skip a little bit later. It's a little bit tighter, you don't have as many retries.
Yeah, because, like...
The moment of truth is coming up here.
In that previous? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's time to see. Will we see Cloakless? I hope so. I think it'd be really cool. Okay, Exception just going straight for the toilet.
Oh,
and also
disappointing.
going straight down. Okay. Flushing my hopes and dreams.
Time.
And then they flushed all over them.
Yeah, all over the place.
I was kind of hoping to see at least one attempt at it, but I understand why he might not.
It can be stressful, I'll tell you. As someone who has attempted it in a race, it is very stressful. So we're coming up on water plat here. So those good buffered wall jumps, melees. Exception gets it first try. Ed gets it first try. Not a problem.
Yeah.
No need to worry about
that
the Emmy
weave,
with these runners.
though.
That was beautiful.
Ed, I know Ed is a big weaver when it comes to platform movement in this game, so this will not be the last time we see something buttery smooth like that.
So at charge beam, both runners neck and neck still. Say Exception has maybe a second, of 1 full second of
It's
lead
about
time.
3 seconds. I looked at when text box disappeared and Ed getting trolled by his charge shot a little bit.
It may have been movement up to the item, because I was looking at right when the item sphere broke.
Ed, again, getting trolled by his shots. I imagine he's... Okay, he is going to be getting this first tank. I believe he gets the first 2, so... instead of going for all 3. So Ed probably going to be killing the Pinky, but again, getting trolled by his charge shots a little bit. Maybe a little off kilter.
Yeah, just unspinning just a little bit too early, missing those ledge grabs. Both runners making their way around the same area the second time. Glitchless is known for its backtracking, or I guess it's forward tracking in this case.
You're kind of just doing laps at some point.
You're just running laps around Artaria Speedway.
It's the ZDR pacer test.
The 50-meter pacer test will begin in 20 seconds.
So, Exception making his way over to the first magma button, while Ed going through the hardest room in the game.
Yeah, those invisible blocks. I mean, like, I just wish the game would tell you about them, right? Like, maybe have a message that says if you get stuck, you should shoot blocks or something. Yeah. Both runners on the thermal pad, and making our way to Corpius pretty soon here. If I ever, oh no, White Emmy. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just glad I'm not the one doing a run, because if I was getting confused in routing that much during a run, I mean, all hope's lost at that point.
Yep. Alright, so now we're finally going to be making our way to our favorite Emmy. Excuse me. The White Emmy. We love the white Emmy. We love plant kill. It's definitely not the hardest Emmy kill in the game.
The most aggressive Apple product ever sold.
Oh yeah, it's kind of messed up. Like, why did they make the IME do this?
Right?
Okay, very nice weave from Ed. And turning back and forth. Ed, tornadoes are not in glitchless. And you do not live in Kansas, so you cannot fool me.
Exception down with the CU. And
Ooh,
not far
Ed.
behind.
Okay, Ed probably trying for Charlie there, but I don't think I saw a missile come out.
I think you're right.
I've been seeing some very unfortunate aiming from Ed here so far. All right, let's see how exception does
gets a
on
good
plant kill.
plant for the plant kill. I think that's going to be fast enough. Nope, just
Oh.
barely not. Interesting
stuck.
slide under, very tight.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to jump over there, but got stonewalled by the Emmy.
Yeah. Thankfully, the
gonna slide
faceplate
under as
had
well.
in fact broken, or that would have been an unfortunate death.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have the opportunity to parry, but not everyone's Metroid fan.
Good Lord is right, Manny.
Yeah, he really squeaked by on that one. Alright, so exception gets out of the text boxes at 9:01. Okay, so at about 10 seconds,
so,
but exception
yeah,
falls down!
Exactly 10 seconds, but yeah, Ed might make up a second or two there.
Yeah, I imagine Ed might have a slightly more optimal path through this room as well. I saw exceptions movement
That was
there,
pretty clean
and
movement.
it was certainly very clean, but
it's
not
very
fastest.
precise, calculated. Some demonstration of how the various angles Samus can fire at by Ed.
Mm-hmm. He's been hitting all them angles.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see if we're going to see a headlock here. No, double tail swipe. And a
Unfortunate.
stab.
No headlock by either runner. Exception seems to have run out of missiles. Doing charge shots as a backup strat. That is the one benefit of doing a glitchless route is you have charge beam when you fight Corpius.
That was really... part of me wonders if he should have just taken the phase 2 or the phase 3. I feel like Ed caught up quite a bit from that.
Yeah, I would have to agree. There's about a 4-second difference, I think. 20 is when exception leaves the room. About a 6-second time difference.
Yeah, that's nothing insurmountable, especially with elevator deboost coming up. And I mean, anything's on the table.
Both runners opting for the left route, climbing the tower there.
Yeah, that's definitely the ideal choice. Alright, exception gets
taking
his...
a slow climb.
Very good.
First try elevator deboost by exception.
Oh no, he doesn't get the counter.
He get the backup.
Oh no, and he parried it so it's got stunned. Oh no, this is bad. Oh no.
Ooh, this is rough.
He's gonna have to take the rail of shame.
This is so unfortunate. This is why
this.
I just despise this trick with my entire existence.
Yeah, you can see with Ed's aiming that he is not happy.
Yeah, understandably frustrated. That trick is really at the mercy of those plies, and while most of the time they are consistent, if you just, if you jump a couple frames late, or if you just land in the wrong spot, it completely changes how they respawn.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice Katara sweep
Really
from
nice
exception.
weave by exception.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he had his setup down pat, too. That's the craziest part, is, like, he got the jump over, he got the melee.
Been a little bit eager on the final jump, because usually if you don't get that, if you get deboosted early and hit the slope, instead of waiting for it to charge you, I believe that normally means you jumped too fast.
Alright, so I just imagine we're going to see another weave here from Ed.
Yep,
Not getting
weaving
knocked
by
off,
Ed.
but still pretty clean.
Exception making his way around to the 5 up a boost room. I assume we're going to see an attempt at that.
Yep.
We will,
Very
and
nice.
he gets it first try. Beautiful.
Making it look
also
like
expect a hell
the
run
flies
time.
don't just decide to not work sometimes.
Yeah. Collecting extra health, I imagine we will be seeing a hell run attempt.
Yeah, he's at full health with an
Definitely.
extra tank. Like,
No, we're seeing a
Oh.
lower route. Changed his mind, it looks like.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
He's got
He
so
started
much health.
shooting
I
up
would have
like he
thought
was
for
going
sure he'd
for
go
it.
for it.
But, yeah.
All right, I
Let's see
wanted
if
to
Ed
see
can
Ed.
catch up, maybe, with
Mhm.
a hot room attempt. Nice
Ooh, very
5
nice.
up a boost, a different strategy from Ed there.
Mhm. Yeah, that
I think
one can
it
get
definitely
you...
is tournament jitters, Manny. Just I've seen both of these runners run a lot, and I've also been in a tournament before, believe it or not. And this
Maybe
is
even
classic
a week
tournament
ago.
jitters. Yeah. So
Alright, so we're
Ed
gonna be
going for
seeing
the
a hell
heat
run for Ed.
run and looking good so far. Plenty of health
Yeah, he's in
going
there.
through, no problem. 31 health on the second E tank, on the first E tank.
Yeah, you can't really ask for a better hell run than that.
Yeah, that is. Oh no!
Oh no! All right, so he's gonna loop around. Will he get the? Okay. Yep, the Emmy is no longer. Okay, so he's just gonna reset the positioning.
So Ed gets caught by the Emmy. Exception gets the Emmy in a bad spot.
Wait, what? Wait. I looked away from Ed's screen. What just happened?
No, you missed it?
I
Ed
missed
got
it.
caught by the Emmy. I think he missed the coyote and landed on it.
Oh,
It was very unfortunate.
wow. That's crazy. Because I was looking at exception because he got seen by the Emmy on the way out. And I was like, oh
That's
man, Ed's
also
gonna be able to catch
extremely
up.
unfortunate.
Ed already dropping a GG in the chat, but does he know? I mean, they're not even through ADM yet, so until that's done, anything's on the table.
Yeah, this is really, I mean, it might look bad to those unfamiliar with this game's equalizing tricks, but it really is anyone's game still. Nice
Ooh, gets
slide
the
under
slide
from
under.
Ed. Exception heading towards ADM right now.
All right, let's do a little bit of counting. How many attempts are we going to see from exception? So here's number 1. All right, number 2.
2,
All right, 3 though.
3. Third time's a charm. Look
Yes,
at
sir.
that. Third
All right,
try.
so that's gonna
Ed
be that's
ran
gonna
off
be
the
tough
button.
luck for Ed.
Yeah, that is a tough one to beat, but you never know. I
Yeah, he
have
could-
seen first try ADM in a race before.
I've seen it a handful of times even. I was
Good
gonna say
slide
not
on the
opting
shot
for
by
the pseudo,
exception.
but that is not allowed in
Ed
this.
is getting ADM right now.
Okay,
First
1,
try. Second try.
2. Ooh,
Nice.
very nice.
Second
Nice.
attempt.
I know
We're
that's
making up
something
a
he was really
teeny
worried
bit of
about for
time,
another race.
but every second counts in a race this close.
Yeah, that's another 3-4 seconds he gains on exception, just for a little bit better
Our
execution.
two friends are high-fiving right now. Let's make sure Ed doesn't accidentally pseudo the button.
I can't imagine. And we're also... Oh, he grabs the ledge. Okay,
Ooh,
still makes it
I
through
feel
that.
like that was a really, really close miss on the melee. I think Exception waited a couple frames.
Yeah, you got to be really careful, because if you're not fast enough on the way down, the Emmy will see you.
Mm-hmm.
It'll turn around a little bit faster, and it will just kind of close the door on you.
Yup.
Alright, so we're going to be seeing Exception start to make his way out of Kataris to Dairon, and missing the ledge, unfortunately. Oh no!
Oh no, what?
But Ed recovers!
Okay, barely made it out. No need to worry here.
That was a great
Good
recovery
zipper
from
skip
Ed.
as well. That was a really tight recovery, like really quick reaction time. It looked like he may have just barely walked off the ledge before the dash melee registered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, great awareness to see what happened and get out of the way immediately, because he certainly prevented a much larger
Yeah.
time loss.
That kind of quick response and recovery is what makes or breaks a run, really.
Especially in a
And a
race.
race, yeah.
Alright, so Exception gonna be getting on the tram while Ed is opening up the Magna door. So even with what's happened to Ed so far, I mean, this is still definitely doable.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of faster movement. He is getting trolled a little bit by the two tile ledges. He definitely reads like he's quite frustrated right now, which is totally understandable.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's got to know in his heart of hearts that if he hunkers down and just plays his game, that he could
Yeah.
end up
Maybe
catching
take a
up.
few deep breaths on the tram. That's what I always do.
It is a nice little reset point.
Exception stalling a little bit on the ledge there, getting trolled by Jerry. But who doesn't get trolled by Jerry? I mean, honestly.
Alright, so we're going to be seeing Exception make his way through the dark room. Let's see if the two tile ledge wastes his time. Nope, very good. Very good.
Nice quick rises. Buffering where appropriate and not buffering where it's not.
Alright, so Ed's going to be attempting DCA, no problem. And making his way through the Dairon downwards weave. Alright, Charlie's the first Sonic. Kills the Jerry. Second Sonic? Ooh,
Missed
unfortunate.
the second Sonic.
That's a tough Charlie. It really is.
Yeah, I just jump over it. I don't even bother.
Yeah, you can sneak two missiles in there if you kind of Doppler them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's tough.
Exception landed on the item at 1921.
Gotcha. Alright, let's see Exception's big room. Dash melee, yep.
Pedro behaves himself today. Uh-oh.
Ooh, falling down a little bit.
That is a little bit unfortunate.
Alright, so Exception not opting to take D-boost.
Going for the D-boost. I bet Ed's going for the D-boost. If I had to guess.
You betcha. You know he's going for that D-boost. He's a fiend for that. 1957 grabs the item.
Just a little bit over 30 seconds difference. Not huge at all. Pedro did in fact behave himself. I think we're voting for Pedro, Hobbit.
Listen, it ain't over till it's over. Looking like Ed also falling in big room, unfortunately.
Movement troubles in the same spot. Oh,
Ooh,
got the
no.
unboost. That's unfortunate. You know, if you get stalled on the Steve below or on the Pedro, it seems to change the position that upper Jerry first appears in. And I've noticed that it changes the timing of that D-boost.
I don't know. I think he just jumped a little early because the cycle doesn't. The Jerry doesn't spawn, or the cycle for the Jerry doesn't start until he's on the screen.
I know it's not supposed to. Maybe I'm seeing a placebo. It could be very possible.
Yeah, because it's a very, very specific timing on the jump, and it's typically right after you pass that third rung on the fence. But if you jump like right at the rung, you'll get knocked backwards instead of forwards. Like it's a difference of like fraction of a second.
Yeah. Exception going into the Green Emmy Central Unit. Seeing some Charlieing.
Ooh,
which is the right decision if you're comfortable with it at this point in the game. Having the wide beam triples your beam shot power.
Yeah, it's honestly kind of nuts how big of a DPS increase you get just for having 3 pea shooters instead of 1.
Yeah.
And I imagine we probably will not be seeing a PS attempt from Ed, mostly because it's not actually a time save. And in the position he's in, I imagine he does not want to risk PS.
The risk is not worth the non-existent reward.
Again, getting caught up on some movement. I feel like we're just not really seeing Ed settle in quite yet.
Yeah. Hopefully, he'll find his groove, and we'll see some improvement as the run goes on.
For sure. And that was some really, really fast Charlieing on this EU. I don't think he missed a single missile shot.
I think you're right.
All right, so exception through the Emmy fight, no problem. Ed taking the good old consistent kill. Nice morph boost from exception.
Professor Smart.
Alrighty. So we're going to be seeing... I imagine he's probably going to take this Missile 10 here before Kraid. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Gets a little help from the bugs to get there a little bit quicker. A couple frames early, maybe.
Yep. And
Ed's got Morph Ball now.
Exception's going to be heading back to Artaria to do Variant Climb real quick.
It's a very interesting segment.
Oh yeah, I mean, if for those of you Plando players out there, you know, Variant Climb is really something special.
The soundtrack, it's really underrated in my opinion.
Absolutely. Going back into the chat, seeing some support for Ed from fellow runners, very nice. Love to see a little bit of positivity. But
yeah.
Ed's going to be getting on the red TP right as Exception gets off.
So almost exactly a load screen apart.
Really nice little morph boost in the water.
Good movement up to the tunnel by Exception there. Nice smooth slide, but he took a dip in the bugs, which is really easy to do. A nice door shot though.
Ooh,
I've been struggling with that lately.
I see you, Exception. That's hard. I cannot tell you how many times I've missed that
The
shot.
swag strats are real.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's technically just optimal, but like, man, that I'm convinced that shot is nigh impossible sometimes.
I was getting really consistent with it until I got a new controller, and now I have to relearn the angle. And I have not relearned the angle, in fact.
I can certainly empathize with that. Alright, so Exception going to be picking up various suit, putting on the orange pajamas. It is a joke I will never get tired of, so sorry.
24:46, I believe, was the time.
Oh, I'm getting trolled by Charge Beam a little bit. Charge Beam not being very nice so far, despite how nice Pedro's been. Alright, good stuff from Exception. Ed making his way through Variant Climb very, very quickly. He's got fire on his feet, you know?
Yeah, again, some nice, precise, calculated movement. Some nice, like, you know, short tap jumps, good buffered wall jumps and everything. Orange pajamas for Ed at 25:30.
Alrighty, so still definitely some
40 seconds apart, according to Jay.
Yep. And as many people have said, it ain't over till it's over. There's still a lot of run left and a lot of, I guess, like challenge things. But we're gonna see
A large
Exception.
number of equalizers. Ooh, Ed got the melee across the lava pool.
Very nice.
That is a smooth piece of movement.
All right, now we're gonna see if Exception can hit the weave by his name. Oop, very nice.
Nice.
All right, good thing he hit it. You know,
I
if
would
it's named
certainly
after
hope
you, I
so.
sure hope you can do it. Very good. I feel like taking a dip in tomato soup.
Little tomato soup tasting. It's okay. I do get hungry during runs sometimes, so grabbing a little snack before Kraid. Exceptional weave, man, he says. I have to agree.
We can only make that joke so many times, and it's already happened twice. Alright.
If I had a nickel for
Charlie's
every
on
time we
Kraid.
made a joke about a runner's name, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Wow. Exception just absolutely blasted Kraid.
That was a really, really good phase 1, and also some really good single wall jumps to get up to the magnet early.
Yeah, definitely not 100% what you're looking for, but he got it within 6, so definitely
Didn't fall
good
down
spot
that
to
I
be.
noticed.
I think he
And
just
also
needed...
entering the Kraid fight.
Alright, let's see if Ed's Kraid can measure up. Oh no, missing a couple of Charlies. Alright, there we go. He's in the groove. But gets this spit, unfortunately, whereas
That is
Exception got nails.
unfortunate. Yeah. But these Charlies are looking really good after the first two. You just got to get in that groove sometimes.
Yeah, it's definitely very rhythm-based.
Beautiful single wall jumps. That was what, 4 jumps?
Yeah, 4 is the minimum number of single wall jumps to get up to the magnet. It's if you do perfect height or like max height single wall jumps with a buffered wall jump on the respin.
So 2803 A press for Exception if I was watching the timer correctly. Let's see if Ed made up any time with that crane. I think Exception definitely had a better phase 1, but I do think that Ed's phase 2 was a tiny bit faster.
Yeah, both honestly like pretty solid grades, all things considered. The Evil Green Time Waster doesn't pull any punches, so you take what you can get. Alright, so we're going to see Exception making his way through early grapple, trying to avoid the tomato soup, and he does so very proficiently, very good. He gets a nice
got
quick
our
charge,
soup earlier. No soup for Exception.
Yep, hopefully no soup for anyone.
No soup for you.
But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping Ed is able to catch up so we get a little bit more head-to-head race. But I've been very impressed by Exception in so far. He's had a couple slip-ups here and there, but he's definitely keeping tried and true.
Good early grapple from Ed as well. No dips in the soup today.
Still about
nice
a load screen behind.
Exception.
A load screen and some change. Missing the missile on the way down, but not really that big of a deal.
I do love to see clean Charlies, Manny. In fact, you know, dirty Charlies are, you know, not really a fan.
Alright, so runners are going to be high-fiving, going in and out of the Artaria elevator. Definitely one of my my favorite race bits, for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, and hits
that
the
early grapple high five is classic.
It really is. And very clean movement down to the grapple beam room. Whereas Exception is about to be getting off of the elevator and hitting the early grapple return. I imagine we're going to be seeing pretty clean, no issue, but, you know, I feel like I can never count anything out in a race. Alright, very good. And then I imagine we'll be seeing the Morph Coyote, very good.
Yep, nice second jump.
Alright, so,
let's
Ed
cross our fingers for good Emmy spawn luck right here for Exception.
Tagging the little porcupine with his grapple.
Alright, gets a good spawn. Definitely favorable, definitely some good odds right there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we don't love to see bad spawns in races at all, and I mean we've seen our fair share so far this tournament season, so it's nice to get a little break.
Some classic dark room movement. Since these runners are opting to go glitchless, there will be no dark room pseudos today.
It's unfortunate because I know Ed's a big dark room pseudo fan. So
I was actually just talking to him earlier, and he was in fact disappointed that he wouldn't be able to utilize that in this run. But I think that the hopefully phenomenal displays of glitchless early isolator will make up for it. Ed getting the bad spawn, however, he knows how to deal with it clearly and makes it through as if it never happened.
Yeah, he definitely did not mean to do that morph cloak, but I mean it happens. He got through no problem, so
it didn't impede the recovery. So
All right, very good. Exception making
Nice
his way
movement
out of
again.
bombs. Time to, it's time for the most important part of the run.
Hole in
Is
one?
Exception a golfer?
Find out tonight on Speedgaming 4.
It's the ZDR Open. There are only 2 holes in this one, but it's important. We need to know, is Exception a golfer? Alright. He's making his way downtown.
Both runners with bombs now. Or bomb if you're Mercury Steam. Just one of them.
Only one, as a treat.
Yeah.
Maybe we should run in hypo mode so we can truly get 1 bomb. Alright, so Exception,
Is
unfortunately,
not a golfer.
hitting a bogey.
Hitting par for the course, I think.
No, he missed that first morph in. That's a bogey. Truly an unfortunate happening on the ZDR golf course, but he'll have a chance to redeem himself on the second pass through.
This is true.
And almost to the golf course as well. You can see him in the cart shack now. So, I imagine we'll probably also be seeing backdoor flash from both runners here. Ooh, nice little morph boost, but getting a par. So no pro golfers here.
Seems to be raining a little bit in Berenia, but I don't think the hardship's coming down for quite some time.
Exactly, yeah. I mean that hurricane weather comes in hard, but I think the greens are just a little fast today. Alright, Exception gets through, no damage. Very good. And Ed is making his way to Aberenia, our favorite water area.
Nice little grapple boost by Exception.
I'm surprised he didn't grapple boost on the second one. But
yeah,
I mean,
me too.
I guess, do what you want.
I've started actually trying to go for the Coyote under the Jerry. It's a lot easier than I thought it would be. But I
mean, it is
today.
Mostly just a Coyote, and sometimes Jerry just decides to give you a little kiss, really help you out.
We're going to be seeing backdoor flash from Exception.
Ooh, I like the setup.
Starting setup.
But getting a little too high there. Maybe matching the button a little too fast.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. His rhythm seems to be a little bit off. This is going to be an opportunity for Ed. Okay, opting for a different setup, but switching back. Oh, no. Exception, no. Remember Mr. Brightside!
Just a teeny bit too fast, because that second bomb's getting laid a little bit higher than it needs to be.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of turning nerves, but hitting it eventually.
Okay. The real question is Ed going to go for it or not? Because if Ed chose to just go around the long way, we will be seeing an attempt.
Ooh, I like it. It looks good.
I like it. We're through on the first try. So
That's
Ed made up
huge.
a lot of time right there.
That's massive. So we're going to be seeing Ed catch up a little bit because of a struggle on backdoor flash. And we've continued to have ourselves a race. So, ooh, nice ledge to ledge from Ed. That's some slick movement. I did not realize you could do that.
I'm going to have to rewatch that later and see if I can copy that. That was smooth.
Alright, nice quick charges from Exception, but not doing the harder, earlier shots. Exception faking like he's going to do a underwater, or a water bomb jump, but going for C-Boost instead. Getting a second try.
Nice,
very good.
Nice C-Boost. I do hope Charlotte's watching.
And Ed getting
that is
a little too fast.
Second try, though.
Alright, cool.
So, let's see. The Exception screen fades black at 36:50 exactly.
And we'll be seeing Ed probably fade out right around 36:59? 37.
37:01. So, 11 seconds difference. That is considerably more narrow of a gap than
Who would have
before
thought?
backdoor
The
flash.
killers of time. Backdoor flash. That's tough. I guess there is a bright side to doing it.
As Ed showed us. Unfortunately, I think Exception is probably wondering how did it end up like this.
He could even be turning 6 Saints to the sea. Alright, gonna be moving quickly through the yellow Emmy zone here and going to the CU, where I imagine we will be seeing some more Charlies. His Charlies have been super tight so far, so I expect nothing more than the same. Again, super tight Charlies, really good stuff from Exception.
Look at all those Charlies.
Alright, Ed Charlieing as well, looking very, very clean as well.
Both runners with some really clean Charlies. It seems like Ed has cleaned up his Charlies.
I think that backdoor flash gave him a shot of confidence.
I think you're right. I mean, first try BDF, like in any context, is just a huge morale booster, and especially in a race setting. I don't know whether or not Ed is watching the stream, but given that he was in chat earlier, I'd have to guess he probably at least has it open to the side.
He's definitely still in chat. He said, "Gun girl, go fast now." So, I think we're seeing him kind of come into his own a little bit.
Yeah, finding the groove, getting in the rhythm.
And now it's time to run fast. This is where things are going to get spicy, because I think this is really where the differences are going to be made. Runners have both of the major movement items, and both we're going to be seeing a lot of opportunities for time save from both speed keeps and advanced flash chains.
Yeah.
So, I've not watched Exception enough to know if he does all of them. I know Ed does do all of them. I would expect Exception absolutely can and probably will, but let's see it. Ooh,
beautiful.
Very clean.
That is such a difficult flash chain to get all three, and that was just clean. Both runners opting not to go for the 30 tank, as I expected. I still go for it, mostly because of Chozo's. I'm just so bad at managing health later in the game.
Ooh, very nice flash
chain by Ed.
Well. Man.
And he even got that little trick where you hit flash shift right when the elevator cutscene starts, and you get that weird aura around you.
Samus is glowing. Her complexion is insane.
I'm looking forward to seeing these Quiet Robo speed keep attempts here. It looks good so far for Exception.
Yeah, he's in there. And now we're going to be seeing his QR Robo fight, so let's see the strats. Ooh, gets an early red melee. That is truly unfortunate. Ooh, Ed getting a really strange...
magic into the hole. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was really odd.
I wonder if that was potentially Gravity Ball.
Oh no, Ed. Ed, no.
Lost a bit of that time that he made up there, unfortunately.
Playing with the shutter door just a little bit. Let's see. Okay, gets a little bit better RNG, so has some time save opportunity here. Very good.
Really good.
Staying. Ooh, very nice.
Spark down. I think he made up that time that he lost on the way in by just getting better robot RNG, honestly, and handling those speed stores, the spark stores, with a little bit more precise timing.
Yeah. So, did you catch what Exception's elevator A press was?
I did not, unfortunately.
I mean, getting trolled by that shutter door is definitely gonna hurt, but Ed's not too far behind. Looks like about a load zone behind again. So
yeah, I think it was about 31 when his screen turned black from the load.
All right, clean movement from Exception so far. Very good. Look, the flash chains are looking great from both players, so I'm super happy to see that.
Love to see it, really.
All right, let's see.
51. So the runners are almost exactly 30 seconds apart right now.
Gotcha. So I imagine we'll probably see Ed go for the full... Ooh, very clean. Almost getting... He does get the D-boost, but for some reason it's not off of the ledge.
Ed would like us to know that he is not throwing for content.
Oh no, accidentally catches the ledge while Exception getting the hole-in-one, but unmorphing. So unfortunately going to be finishing at a +1 on the ZDR Open today. Let's see if Ed can
This is so
make up the
sad.
golf, the extra stroke.
Oh,
Very
look at that.
nice. Gets the hole in one. So Ed is our golf champion today. Um,
Hobbit with the
Absolutely,
commentator's blessing.
congratulations to Ed's golfing.
Getting ready to see, hopefully, a full speed link here.
Ooh, that reminds me,
Nope.
we're probably going to be seeing Ed go for True Link.
I would be surprised if we didn't, honestly. Oh no, exception missing the Spark store.
Oh no!
The Spark keep, rather.
He got some real trolling in.
Ed going for the fan strat. Makes it into the first room.
Oh no, misses the magic. That's
this is
unfortunate.
so sad.
But seeing some clean, I imagine we're gonna be seeing. Okay, you have speed keep through here, and exception also makes it over the ramp, no problem.
Ed does in fact carry the Spark all the way to the Morph Ball tunnel.
And it is morbing time.
A little bit of movement time. It is morbing time. Really long load there for that room transition, though. Having a little bit of a Dairon flashback.
Hey, you know, sometimes you get Dairon loads. Alright, very nice from exception. Getting the 2 melee, and he's going to get the refill here.
Oh, Ed missed the counter on the door. Not a huge time loss, but doesn't feel great.
No, that's definitely a small blow to the brain.
Yeah.
Oh no, getting trolled by Steve Tower, so now he's probably going to have to sit there and kill the Steves. Alright, cool. Good recovery from exception, and now he's on his way to Gavaran.
Ed beginning the one cycle.
Oh.
Getting a weird little... Oh, I don't think he got in 10.
I don't think so either. Yeah, he's going to have to go for a second one.
That was a very weird D-boost. I think he might have just put, like, you know, run into the Dragaiga a little bit too hard. And it double boosted, which is a very funny quirk about this game.
Yeah, there's also a funny little quirk where you can walk through Dragaiga during certain parts of the fight. Don't know why. Found by Marsh. Shout out. Alright, let's see how Ed's Steve Tower climb goes. 1, 2, and he's through first try.
Much cleaner Steve Tower climb, honestly. Making up some good time.
That will certainly help, but he's gonna need to keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Alright, so exception just going for the quick spark into the missiles, going to be damage tanking his way to victory.
I wonder if we'll be seeing the neat little strat. Wasn't it Ed who labbed it out? I believe where you can frame one spark the robot by jumping over the gap instead of storing right inside the door.
Yeah, I believe it was something that was pushed in Sat's movement clinic. Ooh, getting the downward grapple boost, very nice from exception.
I know
Let's see strat through this room.
A few runners practicing it lately.
It
seems like one of those Ed things to do, you know. Like we were saying earlier, he does tend to go for the swag strats that happen to also save time.
Alright, taking the extra counters to refill on his resources. Oh no, drops
he went
the
for
speed.
It and he missed the jump, unfortunately.
Oh no. That hurts. That hurts my soul.
Yeah, that has to not feel great.
Meanwhile, exception is
wow, he actually got it the second time.
Alright, so Ed going to be finishing out the Gav Robo fight at a slightly sus.
Really tight on health right here.
Yeah, that stressed me out a little bit. Meanwhile, exception on his way to Elon, going to release the X as like a, you know, kind of a mischievous little activity. Ed also getting the downwards boost, very nice. And I imagine we're gonna see him speed boost through.
Nifty little dash melee there.
Alright, flash through, and he's going to be grabbing the cucumbers. All right.
The missiles have become super.
They have become super, and exception is now in Elon. Every time I see Elon, I just want to think about Elon ledge warp, but unfortunately, that is not in this category, and it is not an ABNMG either.
As unfortunate as it may be.
Mm-hmm. Exception getting trolled by a 2-tile ledge a little bit, kind of disrupting his flash chain, but still making it through pretty clean. Ooh, getting the Hecathon boost on the way to Elon, very nice.
Love to see that. Another one of those things where it's just, it's swaggy, you know? Getting it feels good.
And it's faster.
Yeah.
Manny, I would never advertise unrestricted categories. Ever. I've never done that before.
Unrestricted categories? What are those?
That's illegal to talk about. Banned in all 50
Exception
states.
going for the Elon speed keep, of course.
Ooh, very nice. That's a great
Very
ledge
nice.
mark. Doesn't take the damage
Oh,
boost, but
no.
accidentally sparks.
Accidentally buffered an instant spark against the wall.
I mean, I guess he got the time save part, so that's good. But unable to spark the door, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Kind of unfortunate, but you know, could be worse.
I believe
Ooh,
if you don't
wow.
spark the door, it ends up evening out because of the recoil from the spark, and then having to wait to take the door counter.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile,
Exception really low on health.
Ed
Thankfully,
quietly
gonna get a refill
doing the post morph cannon flash chain, no problem.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Just textbook.
All right, world's greatest time save.
Biggest time save by exception. Nice.
And getting the
flash
jump out
timing.
the door, very, very clean. And now we're going to be seeing
let's see
exception
how
head
Ed's speed
for
keep
our
is.
favorite glitchless trick.
Looking
Ooh,
good
yeah,
so
very
far
nice.
by Ed.
He gets the damage
He
boost
also
and
gets
sparks the
the
door.
spark on the door, so Ed getting a cleaner speed keep after plasma beam.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, I believe it's on page 394.
But we're now going to be seeing exception go for the gap speed keep.
Straight up into one of the coolest tricks of the category, in my opinion.
Unfortunately, running into the door, but getting the speed keep back real quick. The Emmy is in a very unfortunate position, but he has the right
bad
counterplay
spawn,
on deck.
but good stalls to get it out of the way before it sees you.
Doing the auto timing for bomb block.
Yep. Alright. Glitchless early ice. Let's see how this first attempt goes. Not well, unfortunate.
And misses the bomb block on the way in.
Yeah, that's a little awkward.
Alright, so ledge morph. Alright.
Second attempt, looking good, looking good.
Store.
Got a good grapple up. Caught on the ledge, but still made it across the gap before the spark expired. So second try, glitchless early ice by exception.
And Ed taking out the hardest boss in the game, no problem.
Same thing. Bad spawn.
Oh no!
Unfortunate.
Oh no! Exception! Parry? Oh,
that is really, really unfortunate.
It's definitely not the worst place to get tagged by the Emmy, but it does not feel good.
No, and it's not the quickest checkpoint either to get back into where you need to be. Ed taking the diagonal spark up to glitchless early ice. This does play out in Ed's favor if he gets a good glitchless early ice attempt. Unfortunately, the first attempt did not work. Ed's doing an interesting strategy of charging inside the map room, going out instead of charging on the way in.
There it
Third attempt is looking better. Gets a good grapple up.
Alright, third
Makes it
time
across. Alright, alright.
But now he has to get through the dreaded mushroom room. Taking the wall jump as a safety strat, definitely smart.
Yes.
That mushroom room can be really, really tricky because of the whole platform.
Also gets the bad spawn, but does not get caught by Emmy. Really clean instant spark up to the CU.
That was cute. I liked that.
That was swaggy.
Exception going to be picking up the blue cumbers real quick. Freezing the Emmy in its tracks, no problem.
The cumbers are blue.
Looking like Ed also getting the good movement into the blue Emmy room, so he's going to be getting the fastest kill.
5236 A press from exception, getting out of the menu. Ice cold behavior is right, man.
Yeah, they've both got
It's
ice in their veins at the
unexcusable.
moment.
No ledge warp, of course, because this is in fact glitchless.
It makes me so sad because I do love ledge warp. For
It is
anyone that's
very
talking to
funny.
me about this game, I love ledge warp.
It's potentially the funniest trick in the whole game. Maybe
Mhm.
not the coolest per se, but it is just comical.
Anywhere it's applicable is automatically funnier. But Ed ending up on that top platform, so getting a very quick blue Emmy kill.
I missed the A press by a little bit, but it was about, I want to say 15, I think. So about roughly a 45-second difference.
Oh, we're going to be seeing Ed go
going
for
for
the Noya keep. And he gets the store. Alright, very nice. And he gets the ball spark. Very small little, or very nice little optimization there. That is a tough keep to get. And they're high-fiving in the ball tunnel. Oh,
How do
nice
you high five when you're in Morph Ball? Does it have like a little, like a robotic, like a telescoping arm attachment that comes out or something?
It's just like marbles, you know? The
Mercury
marbles crashing
Steam,
into
I
each
need an
other.
answer to this. You don't understand.
Sorry, we don't have that upgrade yet. That's a feature of the Spider Ball, and Spider Ball's not in this game.
Oh, this is unfortunate.
Alright, so, exception, jungle jamming the soldier and getting trolled a little bit on the wall.
Yeah, those, buffered wall jumps when you're expecting a spin boost. Almost as bad as getting a spin boost when you're expecting a buffered wall jump.
Ed getting trolled by speed a little.
A little bit. Yeah. Does he do the frame 1 spark? Nope.
No.
But that was equally as fast.
I'm convinced I'm the only player on the planet that actually does it.
No, because I also do it now.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
But I did it before, which makes me cool.
This is
and
true.
Interesting.
Early adopter privilege.
I guess so. Alright, so Ed going to be attempting Noya keep again, I imagine. Yep. Let's see if he hits it this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, very clean.
Oh,
and
look
he gets
at this!
it.
Look at this! Oh, that is just beautiful to watch.
That is
Love to see
a great keep. Absolutely beautiful.
Ed is definitely pulling ahead in the swag points category.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, he can rest easy knowing he won the golf game.
That's true.
But yeah, Ed got both Noya keep and the Noya Junior keep on the way in. So, definitely a nice little bit of time save, even if it's not a whole lot. Alright. Exception opting for the wall jump on. Let's see if he... Okay, very
really
clean.
Interesting. That was crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, that was really
had
smart.
like a little mini heart attack there at first, and then it didn't happen.
I don't know. That looked very intentional. That was a
definitely
very
intentional. I couldn't tell at first, and then I registered what happened, and I was just kind of speechless. Demigod blobs by exception.
Yeah, not quite getting odd blobs, unfortunately, but still doing just fine in the blob department. Ed going to be getting the sparks in early grab, no problem. So, no commentator's curse on early grab this time.
It's because Ed's the runner and not the commentator.
And also, no blood pressure spiking almost moments.
This is true. No commentator junior curse like Charlotte.
Ooh, demigod blobs from Ed, but missing a quick charge. Alright, so exception is going to be going into the fart elevator. It's that smelly
That's
smell.
the worst
that
kind of
smelly.
elevator, honestly.
It's the smell elevator.
Yeah.
Alright, exception fading the black at 57-13-ish. So let's see where Ed stands. And I'd like to know
downtown, running fast.
face this pass, and he's homebound.
Yeah.
All right, so
Fitting,
57-13 for
since we are
exception.
returning back to the first area in the game. Exception
And-
went for the aim down, but I don't think he triggered the bugs because they... Oh, maybe he did. I didn't
Alright,
see him
so
enter the screen, but it worked.
57-13, 57-45. So about 32 seconds.
So the gap has narrowed again, definitely.
Mhm.
Good spark on the red Chozo by exception.
Mhm. But yeah, for that bug cycle, you just have to get the little bug nest on the screen, and then you're good to go.
Yeah,
You don't need to.
I was looking for it. I'm
let it
wondering if
sit.
maybe the cropping is a tiny bit off because I didn't see the screen show the bug nest, but it clearly worked. And Ed's made it through no problem at all. Not getting trolled by those bugs today.
Oh, very nice. And we're gonna be seeing the Fart Speedway, one of my favorite parts of Glitchless, honestly, and ABNMG. It's in
And
both.
anything really that doesn't skip Z57.
Yeah, that's true. I'm definitely a Fart fan.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, opting for the ball spark here. Definitely
I
a very
like that
consistent
strat. I know
strat.
Ed hates that, but that just I think it looks really cool, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't care what anyone says.
Hey, yeah, fair enough, you know. And that door just being regular, and exception hitting the intended early cloak with diffusion. But
Yeah, no
bumping the
chance at
porcupine.
hypothermia percent in this category.
Yeah, it's truly tragic. You know, I love hypothermia percent. I'm not biased at all.
Mm-hmm.
Exception playing around with the platforms a little, missing the spark, because he did not get the keep before, but hitting the time save in this
Biggest
tunnel.
time save across the lava tunnel. Still feels good.
Alright, let's see if we're going to be seeing Ed do True Link. Very clean. Missing
Good
the insta-spark,
speed
but
keep by
definitely very clever.
exception.
I don't know if you saw it, Ark, but Ed hit the True Link in the climb room.
I did not see it, and I'm really upset, but I'll be able to go and watch it again. So what do you call it when you do a hypo percent run with hypo mode?
Illegal.
Oh, darn.
I just want to know why you're subjecting yourself to it at that point.
True.
Okay, Ed, getting
No
a little trolled by
spark up.
the platform, it looks like.
Not the biggest deal in the world, but also doesn't feel great.
No, definitely not. Alright,
Typical
very nice. No
tumble
DNF
down
missile.
the Catarus entry room.
Alright, so far, no DNF missile. Let's see how Exception's Charlies are feeling. They've been really strong all run so far.
Yeah, moment of silence for lack of glitchless skew kill on Z57. It's very unfortunate.
Ooh, getting the double claw. Z57 said, "This time is mine.
Maybe
You can't
someday
have it."
We will convince the community that Z57 skew is glitchless, but not today.
If only for the fact that Z57 is evil.
Yeah.
Exception's health count getting a little dicey.
A little bit close in the to the rep range there.
Oh no, Exception,
Missing quite
come
a
on.
few Charlies, but still made it to the next phase. Thankfully.
That stressed me out. I've missed enough Z57s. Okay, Ed also getting opening claws. Let's see if we see double.
Claws. Oof. Unfortunate
again.
double claws.
At least he's consistent.
Not Ed's day in terms of the RNG for boss fights this run. Except for maybe the quiet robot.
Doing a really good job also generally avoiding
really nice,
damage.
Yeah, nice Charlies while avoiding the goo on the floor there. I struggle with that a lot. Really good Charlies on the claws, just flawless.
Alright, Exception casually hitting the whole speed keep on the way out. Very clean stuff.
Love to see that.
Taking a quick dip in the soup. Hope you got your grilled cheese.
Oh, that sounds so good right now.
Ed,
Clean spark kill.
Ed. Oh, that was so early. That was so early. That stressed me out. Alright, so I imagine we'll be seeing a True Link attempt here from Ed.
Yeah,
I guess if it's calculated,
nice,
it doesn't matter. But
really,
man,
really
that
sick speed keep chain or link or whatever you call that with spin boost.
Ed's certainly no stranger to a true link hero there. Oh, getting trolled
Ooh.
by the wall.
Yep, everyone gets trolled by that wall once in a while.
Alright, exception continuing to look clean, really. I feel like outside of some unfortunate stuff early on, he's had a really, really strong run.
I would agree strongly with that sentiment.
We are coming up upon the late game equalizer, however. So
The Golzuna psychic damage. As
I do wish both runners best of luck with our favorite boss, our favorite butt face.
Yep. May your 8s be crazy.
Indeed, indeed. Ed, coming out of blue TP, going to be taking a quick stop at the store to grab Screw Attack before moving on to Barenia.
But we have Screw Attack at home.
Screw Attack we have at home ain't the same.
True.
Alrighty, so exception making his way out of the Barenia elevator, going to be climbing the Barenia tower. Definitely some pretty simple movement. However, it is prone to a little bit of trolling.
Yep.
Very nice. Don't respin. Good.
Slips right by the Screw Attack blocks. I was a little nervous, but we're through. Let's see how this bot RNG treats exception.
Oh no, double blue melee.
Double blue melee. He didn't get optimal shots on both bosses the whole fight.
That red melee following the blue melee was definitely pretty clutch, though. It repositioned the robot closer to the center, so that way he could continue to fight both.
Good self-recovery on the part of the robots. Ed taking the missile 10 as well, getting a good store. Clean spark up the tower.
Going to be bomb jumping his way up. Let's see how the Barenia Robos decide to treat Ed, while Exception is making his way through the green elevator. Or transport. Alright, gets a red melee, so definitely some favorable RNG for Ed here.
Better RNG on Ed's side. Alright, so it was about 105.59 when Exception left the loading screen.
You mean 104?
Yes. I'm smart.
SMRT?
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, so Exception going to be making his way into everyone's favorite boss in the game. May his 8s be crazy. So far, looking pretty crazy
so far. I'm liking this. Also, I would like to give a shout out to Golzuna for spawning from a red X this time. Very funny, very rare. It's like it's almost like a shiny Golzuna in a way.
Kind of.
Flawless kill.
A little less rare, but
yeah.
Casually getting the
Ed
force
doing
spark
the
like
spin
it's no
boost
problem.
Swag strat to get from green to Golzuna. Unfortunately,
what are you doing, man? I know that speed
spark.
keeps cool.
It looks cool, but it loses time.
And it loses time if you miss it. And he's gonna be morbing. Alright, nice. Exception making his way through the evil crossbomb room where crossbombs totally work, am I right?
Yep. The 8s were looking pretty crazy by Ed as well.
Ooh, very nice.
Ooh, that was really interesting. Stalling to give us a little extra time on the spark. Kind of nerve-wracking in a way.
Ed,
rough that he missed the...
Ed, what are you doing?
Looks like he may have tried to store a spark at the end and it didn't register the down input, maybe? That's what I'm guessing.
I'm not too sure. All I know is that he kind of crossed himself up a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Oh, can you explain the joke? I'm just talking about Golzuna.
Explain the joke.
Alright, Ed, thankfully not getting trolled by crossbombs either.
I know that Ed has this, a trick, which I've actually been using. If you just lay 4 bombs before laying a crossbomb, the crossbomb will always work.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, so no accidental DT pseudo from Exception. Remembering that they are in fact playing ABG, And the bug stays off the door. So very good
Clutch
stuff in
movement
Hanubia.
through that room there. That's probably one of my least favorite rooms in the game. It doesn't really serve a purpose. It's kind of just designed to slow you down, it feels like.
Oh, absolutely. That bug is there to be just a, little tiny
Little
baby time
goober.
waste. Yeah, it's just a
Good
silly little
biggest
guy.
time save by Ed there, getting both the instant spark and the door shot at the end.
Not opting for the ice missile, instead just choosing to go straight through.
Also
Okay, cool.
remembers not to do a DT grapple.
Good memory, and
Yep, I
exception.
would not be able to switch between NMG and glitchless like this. I would autopilot straight to some minor glitch here and there.
Exception's movement in Ferenia looking very, very strong. All right, let's see.
Good
Let's see what
flash
speed keep looks
chains,
like.
good
Ooh, drops it
dash
by
melees off
accident.
ledges. Doesn't get spotted by Emmy though, so it's a win in that situation.
Meanwhile, Ed waiting on the elevator on the way down. Nice little grapple cancel from Exception.
Good flash chains there. Misses
Okay.
an attempted grapple cancel, apparently.
Exception just got hard rejected. Like,
Yep.
I guess he had the wrong polarity of grapple out.
Got bonked by the whatever you call it.
Ed opting for the speed booster to get through. All right,
That's
very
the
good
technical
stuff.
name for that, by the way.
Ooh, excellent catching the ledge because Samus can be a little grabby sometimes.
Yeah. Good stall to avoid getting caught by the Emmy. Ooh, keeps the speed keep all the way through to the door, which opens basically on the first frame that you can make it through. Like,
Oh, Ed getting caught up in his
getting
movement a little,
trolled by
getting
the fire
trolled.
claw, which is just so typical. I mean,
yeah, it's clawful.
it's just kind of that thing's job, you know? It's just troll you a little bit. Ed going for the upper route. I'm a fan of the upper route, personally.
I am as well. Alright, so we're going to be seeing Exception go towards the Ferenia bot fight. Let's see what we're looking for here.
I like this little signature, almost like a trademark that Ed has, where he dash melees into the door and then dash melees to parry
Ooh,
it.
is that a 2-cycle? I can't, we don't have his audio, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's,
that is a
looks
2-cycle.
pretty close to a 2-cycle to me.
That was, in fact, a 2-cycle 4X. Exception absolutely blasting the Ferenia bots real quick. That was a really quick fight.
You almost blink and miss him. That was a very quick fight.
Yeah, it always blows my mind that the Ferenia bot fight is theoretically the harder one.
Yeah. One of the robots has more health, the gold one does, but because we spark it, it just kind of trivializes that side of the fight.
Ooh, Ed going for the keep into here, but unfortunately dropping it. That is a really tricky one to fully connect, so can completely understand missing it real quick.
So Exception going into the Wave MECU as Ed starts fighting the Ferenia robots. Unfortunate that the gray robot just what did I miss over on Exception's screen?
You know, that climb up to Wave ME can be a little tricky with that space jump, and I think Exception hasn't played glitchless in a little bit.
Oh, understandable.
Oh, Ed making his way through the freezer while Exception is setting up for the purple Emmy fight. I imagine we'll be seeing a plant kill, as it were.
Most likely. I assume both of these runners are going to go for the quickest kill.
Mm-hmm.
I've been practicing that one lately. It does save a pretty large amount of time, but it is tough.
Yeah, you can only miss about 3 shots before you have to jump over, but so far, Exception is on the frickin' mark.
Ed has a nice flash chain single wall jump climb up to the CU room. Exception, unfortunately, having to drop down, just barely squeezing out a purple Emmy kill there.
Yeah,
Ed is right on his tail.
Exception was really close to a true plant kill, so that I feel like that jump over is pretty safe. Gives you a really, really large margin for error going for the Emmy kill.
Fanfare ended at 12:33. I gotta time on the A press here. 42.
All right, so
Ed's
Ed
missing some
a couple
shots. He's definitely gonna need to jump over in order to get this.
He's certainly no stranger to that, though. So, yep, very good. Emmy climbs on the
jump
wall.
Over, good shots afterwards.
And he will not need to drop down.
Switches
Nice.
to cannon just in time. I'd say even with the missed shots, that was a little bit cleaner of a wave kill from Ed.
Yeah, I mean it is just a little bit faster if you're hitting the if you're hitting it on the platform.
What did I say? Was it 42?
I believe so. 112.42.
So about 50 seconds between the runners right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, exception opting to just blast his way through with speed booster. Can certainly understand that. Ed hitting a flash chain, but not having a third flash up top, so having to grab that ledge. Alright, Exception going to be making his way to Red Soldier, and looking like it's pretty clean. Does get the shield skip, and now will just be DPSing his way through.
As fast as the lag will allow.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta play the game at like 25 frames per second.
Yeah. It's what do they call it? Cinematic?
It's an artistic choice, truly.
Yeah. A little weird that it's only in this one room, but okay, I can respect it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Ed getting in a couple wall jumps by accident. Alright, so Ed kind of high-fiving Exception as he's about to leave the orange Emmy room.
Yeah.
Getting the shield skip, very nice, very clean stuff. Taking a D boost.
Mashing.
Now, let me remind me, does Exception do 9+1 or 2 lock?
I actually am not sure, so
okay.
That's going to be a little bit of a surprise here.
Exception
getting trolled by power bomb drops.
Not getting trolled by cross bombs though.
This is good news. Hopefully he gets some drops. Still getting trolled by power bomb drops. Finally gets some from the fourth robot.
Yeah, sometimes they're just a little finicky, and that's okay.
Yep.
But nailing the penthouse key, very good. But just
commentators curse, Hobbit. How could you?
Oh, we've made it so far.
We almost made it the whole run.
I can't believe this. I'm so sorry, Exception. I didn't mean to. I swear. You nailed you nailed it. Come on. You had to just make me look like a fool like that.
Let's see if Ed gets the power bomb drops he needs. Ed gets delightfully gifted.
Mm-hmm. And barely misses that flash spin boost. That respin is definitely pretty tricky.
Yeah.
But we're going to be seeing Ed do penthouse keep now. Seemingly nailing it as well. However, it's not over till it's over, as I've learned.
It does in fact look as though Hobbits did not perform second curse.
Hey, I got curse skip. It's fine.
Yeah. Hobbits might have second breakfast, but second curse, that's too far.
Yeah. That's outright even.
Exception making his way up to Itarash. And Ed is really not that far behind, if I'm honest.
I mean, I feel like it's gonna take a missed gold skip for Ed to
it's definitely gonna require some egregious either RNG, bad RNG, or a missed gold skip on Exception's part. to flip this
Or
race,
death,
but
maybe.
it is a
I'm gonna
very,
okay.
very close
Before
race.
this fight starts, I'm just gonna say, I'm knocking on wood. I have no desire to curse Exception. He's played really well this whole race, and I guess I can't unspeak it, but I promise you, I did not commentator's curse. I have faith in the runners here. But Ed getting in the Eater-Ash elevator as Exception is exiting into the QR fight. Ooh, getting great RNG on the first phase.
Incredible.
Really, really good.
That's going to be hard to beat by Ed.
And that's going to be a
Looking good
gold
on the
skip.
2-lock as well.
Very
No
good
problem.
from Exception.
Flawless gold skip. And let's see how this phase 2 looks.
Getting double cannon, but just taking it to the face. Ooh, very nice. Get in the Gatling.
Ed is taking the crossbomb strategy to get up to the top. I don't think I've seen that before.
Ooh, I feel like Exception's Ravenbeak is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah. Not looking good from Ed's perspective with this Ravenbeak fight. This is going to be really tough to...
And he gets the counter!
Time. Instant red parry in phase 3. I don't think you can get better RNG than this, honestly.
I think they both got pretty much optimal RNG on that. Alright, Ed looking to get a gold skip as well.
Also pulls off 2-lock, no problem.
And the Void Crosses are looking pretty good from Exception here. Alright, that's Ravenbeak. That was a really good fight from Exception.
That was clean.
You can't really ask for better RNG than that, and better execution.
Yeah. Let's see how Ed's phase 3 RNG turns out. He's almost there.
Yep. I mean, he's getting a Gatling, so he should be cleaning up phase 2 here. I see his missile count's running low. Gonna have to beam out the last little bit here. Taking a capture, I guess. I'm not really sure why.
Getting, I believe that is called a sentence sphere for some reason. And now we've got the sun.
Meanwhile, Exception is playing with our dear friend RBX, giving him the watermelon beam. Runners, viewers, everyone out there, what do you think the Hyper Beam tastes like? I'm personally in the watermelon camp, but there are a couple valid
watermelon.
answers.
I don't think anyone can convince me that it's not just like watermelon, watermelon Hubba Bubba bubblegum. Ever had that?
I'm familiar with it. I can't say I've had that flavor specifically, but I know. Alright, so Exception going to be speed keeping here, but accidentally missing the jump, unfortunately.
Jay making a bold statement that it's actually flavored like
oh no,
peppermint.
crossbombs! Crossbombs, no!
Exception is getting hardcore trolled by crossbombs here.
Okay, there we go. I had that exact same thing happen to me recently, in my PB, no less. So I can completely understand the struggle there. Crossbombs are very mean.
Look, I think that the real explanation is that when they were programming crossbombs, Mercury's team just got their wires crossed.
Honestly, I could be convinced that crossbombs are just a glitch in the system that they decided to leave in and make into a mechanic.
Very possible.
Just like an emergent property of however they made this game. Alright, and Exception in the last room, going to be taking the classic store spark up. Very good. And he's going to be finishing out at a mid-range 121. Very good stuff from Exception, and congratulations.
121.28, very respectable time.
On a well-done race. Now, we just have to confirm the 30 bosses, and then Exception will be this race's winner.
I'm pretty confident.
Ed is tracking for a low 122 right now, going to be sparking up and then heading into the last room. Let's see what last little speed keep he's got in him.
Nice little instant respark there. Oof! Oh,
he's gonna be retrying that for the class and the culture.
This is definitely swag points right here. This is swag redemption. Looking good so far. trying to carry it
okay.
all the way.
And he barely missed
that
it.
is so unfortunate.
Ed knows. Ed knows.
Really good race, honestly. I mean, look at that difference, less than a minute apart, with a little bit of trolling on Ed's part to try to pull off that speed keep.
Yeah, I can't underscore how hard it is sometimes in a race to kind of steel yourself and keep going. So, while Exception
GG to
is
both.
taking home this race, definitely well done by Ed for keeping it together and finishing out strong.
Yeah. GG's to both runners, Exception and Ednolium. Hopefully we'll be getting. It looks like Exception just showed up for the interview.
And
Let's
there's
see.
Ed as well.
There's Ednolium. All right, I'm gonna drag him in. Hello.
Hi.
How are we feeling tonight, gamers?
Don't ask
Not
questions.
very gamer.
The answer to.
Unfortunately, I'm in the business of asking questions at this point. It's pretty much like my whole job right now.
I had a bad time. Exception, how about you?
Had a bad day.
It felt a lot worse than it was because I feel like I played pretty badly, but I was also within a minute of my PB, so I guess I'm not allowed to say that. But
Hey
Yeah,
man,
I think
bad's
it went
relative.
alright.
It's all right. You know,
yeah, it's not a bad run, I'd say. Actually.
sometimes the vibe check just
Objectively
doesn't
speaking.
pass. But I mean, at the end of the day, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats to both of
winning.
you guys. I mean, those were both really, really good runs.
Mhm.
Even all things considered.
Yeah, I was not within 2 minutes of my PB, so.
Hey, but we don't have to talk about that.
Isn't that what this interview's for?
If you wanna talk about it, go right
Listen,
ahead.
You guys got to ask questions, not me.
I was actually wondering, so what do you guys think was the strongest part of your runs?
Strongest part. I think boss fights, just in general, went really well for me this time. I didn't have
Mhm.
any big problems when it came to boss fights. Most of my
Yeah, I was
problems
really
were
impressed
just
with your Charlie consistency.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, I think most of my issues were just little movement things. Getting caught by ice semi like that was weird. I don't know where the morph came from as I was going in that door. Like, I think that's what tripped me up. I just randomly
Mhm.
morphed for no reason, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That was unfortunate. How about you, Ed?
I did some of the stuff I've been working on. I didn't do all of it, but I did some of it. I got both Noya keeps. I was happy about that.
Enjoying some of the swag strats we were seeing. Both Noya keeps, Noya Keep Junior and Noya Keep
I gotta
Senior.
learn those.
Yeah, those are cool. Those are fun to do. I got most of the Frozen Artaria stuff, except for I missed the door with the morph shot. I don't
Listen.
know what happened there.
Sometimes
It's-
things just occur, you know.
Yes, I don't know. But that and like I felt pretty strongly about my Z57. That was pretty okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think the rest was kind of booty butt cheeks, though. I don't really think I did much very well that run. I did the things I'd been practicing, but everything else was just horrific.
These
Mhm.
things happen.
Yeah.
Anything else that you guys would like to talk about? Reflections?
Or anything else about the bracket in general.
It was just a really bad run, and I feel really bad, and I'm like, I didn't do a good enough job for my opponent. Like,
No,
it's
it's all
just,
Don't worry, Ed. I'll lose to our candy so you can go beat me up in losers.
I was gonna say, what's next for us? I don't even know what the bracket looks like right now.
So, let's see. Ed, you will be playing Lily, actually.
I believe she's
And-
DQ'd.
Oh.
If I
I'm not
understand
sure how
correctly.
that works.
But I'll have to confirm with her. If that is the case, then Ed will move on to losers round 2, where he will play the loser of 14. Most likely to be yours truly, unless something absolutely horrific happens.
It does seem that might be the case. If our candy performs like I performed today.
Yep. And then similarly, assuming, things go as seeded on Saturday, Exception, your next round will be our candy. So how you feeling about that?
Oh boy. I mean, truthfully speaking, there won't be any pressure.
Yeah,
Just have to put out
I
my
get you,
best.
man.
I feel that.
I'm in the same plane of existence as you. It's just even less so because I think his PB is like 5 minutes faster than mine.
Goodness.
Yeah, I'll put out my best. It'll be fun. It'll be fun regardless.
Very
Yeah.
good, very good.
And
We love to hear
that's
the
what we're
boss
here
PB.
for.
Mhm.
We're here to have fun.
True
Cool.
that.
Alrighty. Well, it sounds like it's a good time to kind of wrap things up a little bit. We've got our notes
Yeah.
in.
I
So I've
believe
been
that
Hobbit,
there is an
commentating here
immediately
with.
following event. If anyone is interested in something else to do tonight, this channel will be hosting an unannounced or I don't know what the next event is, but there is an event immediately.
There is a
following.
next
So stay
event.
tuned.
Mhm.
That's cool. I like a next event. Well,
Alrighty.
thanks for
On
having
the
us,
subject
team.
of this race, though, I hope everyone enjoyed the run, enjoyed the commentary, and we will see you next mission.
Absolutely. Everyone, hope everyone has a good night.
Good day, good day.
Later.